book of notes.
Alright. Well, it's been a while, you guys.
It's been a while.
Well, you guys have made your way after a 10-day... or was it 12 days?
It was 12.
12 days. Wow, I wrote it down wrong. My brain... I wrote it down as 10 days, and then I was like, wait, I'm wrong.
Let me double check.
It was 12 days, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Days 5 through 8. Yep. 12 days, yep.
Yeah. After your 12-day journey, you guys kind of, you took up a caravan guarding duty, for, what was his name now? Damn it, why didn't I not find his name before? Boop, 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 boop. I literally have it. Where did I put it? Excuse me. Kudesh Dekel. Half-orc gentleman. He's going to give you 5 gold pieces to guard you guys. You guys ended up, during one of the nights, I think it was the 3rd night, you ended up encountering, a bunch of winter wolves. You fought them fairly easily. I don't remember if anybody went down or not.
Nope.
But you guys got rid of those. You harvested their pelts, a couple of their bones and their wolf meat, and were able to get a good night's rest. During a couple of days' travel, you guys met up with another person. What was his name? His name was... it was... Oh, I have it in the notes here. Oliver Graham. Yes, Oliver Graham. Another orcish man. Or no, not orcish man. A human man. A little bit older looking. Came down one of the roads, seemed to have known the orcish man that hired you, and joined your caravan, and has been with you guys on your way to Zadash. You made your way to Zadash fairly easily. It rained a couple of other times while you were doing your travels, but you have arrived at Zadash now at midday, after a lengthy 12-day travel on the road, with the Orcish man and Oliver, and you see the spires of Zadash cresting over the tall walls of the infamous city. Their tops catch the sun in a way that glints like a length of a sword, drawing your attention to the sky and the somewhat mountainous terrain in the distance at the back of the city closest to those towers. Fields of tended farmland pass you quickly as you reach the gates of Zadash, where Crownsguard are stopping wagons and speaking with, for a moment with some of the travelers and traders before you, before motioning them inside the lowered drawbridge of the city, so traffic can continue. A human woman approaches your caravan with short blonde hair and warm brown eyes, stops the, Declan, or what? Did I seriously forget his name again?
Kodesh Decal?
Yes, thank you. Brain no work, empty today. She basically asks him to state his name, his business, and the cargo for the record, please. And he replies with the info of the caravan, his name, a couple of other people pipe up in the ones behind you, since they are technically with the same caravan. And she kind of does a cursory glance at the contents inside the different wagons. Kind of looks you guys over as well, but doesn't seem to give you much mind, before she kind of waves you forward, and you guys are able to go past the entry point and into the city of Zadash. Here we go. Now I'm going to play music. I'm going to warn you.
I'm dying. Cats.
Turbo Bad Monk.
Is it gonna play?
Oh, well, looks like smokes and smut.
Alright. And you enter Zadash. Where the heck did Cat say things? Oh, jeez. Also, my cat just yelled at me. I'm going to let him in so he can torment me.
Good for him.
Oh, Lancey cat. But yeah, it is about midday. Around like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Come on, inside. And you guys are paid by the Orcish gentleman, and he kind of gives like a jovial laugh, and he's kind of clasps Pyra on your shoulder, and just says, "Thank you for the help. I appreciate keeping us safe back there."
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, we're headed out on the way anyway, and we figure might as well help, people who were heading that way too.
Oh, works out for all of us then. I hope you enjoy yourself in the city. There's a lot of opportunities here.
Yeah, same for you. Hopefully you're able to sell whatever it is here you brought. I forgot what he sells.
It was just kind of, you had spent a little bit of time with the caravan. It seemed like just general wares, pots, pottery, some food, things like that. And he just gives you a laugh and a smile.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, Kudesh. Hopefully we run into you again.
Well, if you ever need a deal, we'll be out here in the Pentamarket. Just take a bit for us to set up. And
you have some finger guns.
He just nods, a little confused at the finger guns, but smiling nonetheless, and takes the wagon of his and the rest that are in his party of caravans off. And you're kind of left, Oliver kind of like hesitates a little bit. He's on his own horse. And he just kind of like looks at you guys for a moment and just nods, and then will continue on into the city. And you are left to your own devices in the Pentamarket.
Okay, guys, so we should probably go get these pelts sold. And so, Ira, you sure you don't want to like maybe stick around for a little bit, or want to get out and go? You just want to get and go, right?
Ira hops and stomps her foot, for she is still a horse.
Right. But actually, no, he might. I don't know. No, I'm sure he'll allow a horse inside. Yeah, but yeah, she'll lead them to Pumat's.
All right. You've been here before, Pyra. Kind of wandered the city yourself, seen a few of the sights, and you're able to make your way to Pumat's fairly easily. At midday, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of traffic to Pumat's, but the kind of cheerful front side of the shop is well lit, and you were able to enter quite easily. There is one of the Pumat's standing at the front of the shop, kind of seems to be placing a item on one of the racks, and he turns around and says, "Oh, hello. Fancy
Hey there,
meeting you again."
Pumat. Hey.
Oh,
Yeah,
hello. You got some friends with you this time.
Oh yeah, these
Hi, Wade.
are... Yeah, that's Mare.
Hello,
That's-
Mare.
That's Robin.
Hello,
And
Robin.
he points to the horse. That's Ira. And this is Muggs and Franzia.
Well, you know I appreciate the business, but I can't let a horse in my shop. I think your horse is a little too big.
Oh, right. Hey, could you not be a horse anymore, Ira?
I mean, I just don't want to clean up the dirt, but I guess I can get Pumat 2 to... And then Pumat 2 shows up around the corner. I don't want to clean that.
Hey ho, giddy down, cowgirl.
Ira passive-aggressively does not move. Also, for the record, since Kat hasn't seen Critical Role, should probably describe Pumat to her.
Yes, Pumat is a blue... yes, he is blue. He is a furbolg. He has kind of like brown curly hair, bluish skin, fairly tall. He's one of the kind of like, I guess they're like giant races? Giant buffet, right?
Yeah, they're giant kin.
Yes, they are
I want
giant.
to be his friend.
Quite large. alchemist vibes to their getup a little bit. I think it's green. I think he's wearing green. Hold on, let me
Yep.
see. I have a picture of him actually. Or no,
And here's
maybe
Matt cosplaying him.
technically it's blue in this picture, but
Yeah.
that is the front of the shop. It's like a green and brown. Quite nice
Well, that's
area.
a cute shop.
Yeah. Very inviting. But yeah, he kind of just like rubs his gloved hands together and he says, "Well, what can I do for you? Is there anything
Wait,
specific
did
you're
Ira,
looking for?"
does Ira still have the pelts?
Yep.
Hey, Ira, I actually didn't. Do you need to? Because if we're gonna sell the pelts, you need to,
We need to be able to
I-
get them.
Can I listen for any Crown's Guard?
Sure. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception.
I need my dice tray. Lance, don't take my spot. I'm gonna kick your butt if you do that, cat.
That
Sorry.
is
Not you,
a
cat.
No, Lance, get out of here. I want to sit there. Stop it.
that is a 22.
All right. Oops, excuse me. Let me get my dice. Why do I not have my good dice? How dare. Okay, I guess I can just leave those there. Whatever. With your perception check,
Mhm.
there are a few scattering of Crown's Guard within the city. However, it doesn't seem like they are paying you too much mind. It is more the citizens that are watching because there is a horse with its head stuck in the door of a shop.
Ira would not have stuck her head in the door.
Okay.
She's probably just sitting right outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you are inside the shop, you would be causing the spectacle otherwise. But yeah, you notice a
take a
couple of them
moment.
walking in groups of like 2 or 3, just kind of wandering with their spears or weapons.
She will wait specifically until she can hear them, like, as far away as she can
Mhm.
before turning back into Ira and immediately heading into the shop.
Sure.
That's suspicious, but Pyra doesn't have high enough passive insight, so I don't care.
But yeah, you were able to make it inside of the
Inside.
shop, no problem. Pumat just laughs a little bit and he's like, "Well, that's a nice trick you got." And what's your name?
Ira.
Ira. Very nice, very nice.
She was a
Hey,
horse a minute ago.
Yeah. And that's not all she can do. She can also, like, create storms and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's impressive. Very impressive.
But yeah, Ira, bring out the pelts.
Oh, right.
Bring out your dead. Sorry.
Bring out your dead.
She will take out. How many pelts did I have?
I think it was 3.
It was 3 pelts. She's probably gonna take out 2 of them.
Yeah. The last one's big enough to make multiple things with. Holy fuck. But okay, Pumat, so on our way here, we're lucky enough to come across some frost wolves, like a whole pack of them. And we were able to get these pelts. And
Ah.
yeah, we wanted to see if you wanted to buy them so you can make something with them.
Well, there's and he kind of like looks them over in your hands, and like rubs his chin, kind of scratching at his beard. And one of the other Pumats comes in to join him to like examine the pelt, and they kind of like converse in quiet tones. And then one of them, the one that you were looking at before, looks up and he says, "There's not much we can do with this. It sure is pretty.
Okay. Oh well.
We can't. Could we make armor? No, we can't make armor out of this. That would
There's
take...
like, boots or cloaks that, can resist the cold that you can make with them, right?
Well, I think you could probably go to a leather worker. It would probably be better to do it that way. I mean, we could hire a leather worker for you. Maybe make an enchantment on the armor.
Oh, I mean, the fur itself resists cold.
He just nods.
Robin's gonna lean into Ira and whisper, "Why is there two of him?"
There's two of them?
Yeah.
Until then, Mare hadn't put that together because I forgot that was a thing. And she
Yeah.
goes,
Just
oh, shit.
oh yeah. There's actually several of us. There's 1, 2, Pumat 3, and one of them kind of like just
What?
curses a little bit, and then peeks their head out from behind a couple of shelves in the back. Just says, "Yeah, me." It's nothing. We're just showing the people. Oh, okay. And then he waves.
Why? Why are there 3 of you?
Oh, there's actually 4. We have the Prime is actually in the back working on an enchantment for another customer.
But why? How?
It
That's what I'm
makes
curious
our lives
about.
easier, and his life, and my life, our lives.
Can I have 4 of me? How?
He kind of like, that one glances at the, this placard on the wall, while the one next to it, or next to him, says, "Well, we're kind of enchanters, and we do quite a bit of magic. If you get to a high enough degree of it, you're able to make simulacrums. Or copies of
That is-
yourself."
That is weird as fuck. I want to do it. Ira, do you want there to be more of me than one?
No.
But there's-
Classic Ira.
This is Ira. She hates me.
Well, I like you.
Oh, thanks.
No problem.
I am light. Shit.
You seem like it, for sure.
I am gonna make several of myself. Not today, maybe, but someday. And one of them is gonna be a Furby.
I am rooting for you. And the other Pumat chimes in, "Me too!" And then the other one that had been behind the shelves, he says, "Oh, me also." And just disappears again.
So do you have the same memories, or
I mean,
in the
from
same
time to
personality, or
creation,
do you
yeah.
just look the same?
I mean, we look the same.
What
We have-
happens if...
Hmm?
What happens if you get separated and one of you goes through a life-changing journey and one of you doesn't?
Well, then that one goes through a life-changing journey. I mean, we're all separate entities, but we are the same person.
What if one of you became evil because of a life-changing journey and one of you didn't?
Then Pumat Prime would take care of it.
What if it was Pumat Prime?
I guess that would suck then.
He opens his mouth and then closes it and puts a finger on his chin again, like, "I never thought of it that way." And then the other Pumat chimes in, "Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. Our Pumat Prime is a great man. He does quite well for the shop and us. We work well together. If he went evil, we would probably be evil with him." And just
Oh, that's-
grins.
You see, that's teamwork right there.
That's self-love right there.
Teamwork makes
Yeah.
soul work. One of them chimes in.
Mare briefly short circuits at that phrase.
Ira, do you want to have 2 of you?
The second Pumat ends up leaving one of the other Pumats. You assume Pumat one, possibly.
So you don't want to buy the cloaks to maybe do things with them then. That's fine.
I mean, we don't necessarily have anything to do with... I mean, we could, but you might be better off making it for yourself if you want, but we can buy it off you, I guess.
Well, no, if you don't want to buy it, it's cool. Do you have anything cool here for like 100 gold?
He kind of taps his jaw. Well... here we go. And he kind of like, walks over to one of the shelves, and it's a bunch of drinkware. And he pulls a kind of like bronze round-looking flask. It's got kind of like, this sort of like tarnished-looking, scrolling on the sides of it. And he kind of like glances it over and nods, and then shows it to you, and he says, "A never-ending flask."
Oh, damn. Looks at Muggs. Hey, Muggs! Muggs, how do you feel about that?
Muggs is very interested.
The last odor of this one, I think it was, and he opens up the thing and sniffs, and he kind of like makes a little bit of a face. Smells like... Takes another sniff. I think it's a vodka.
Waggles her eyebrows even more at Muggs.
Nothing wrong with some good vodka.
I mean, we were looking to get 120, but I mean, we can do 100. You've been here before.
Hell yeah, she'll stop down to 100 gold.
I know you're good for it, and he will do the exchange for you. I don't know if they have a thing for that on D&D Beyond or not, but...
the perpetual flat. It's a homebrew one I can just put in there.
Yeah.
Well, I have it in my collection, so she'll, as soon as she takes the flask, she'll, toss it at Muggs, say, here you go, babe, catch.
Fuck yeah, thanks, babe.
Yeah. It's called Perpetual Flask, I think. Flask of Perpetual Booze.
Alright,
Yeah. Yours is
I'll swap that
specifically
boy.
vodka, and it is the only thing it makes.
That's okay.
I was tempted to just make it water just to fuck with you.
That would have been cool.
That's just a flask.
Hydrate.
That's just an endless decanter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would have
Very
been so
true.
funny, though.
What the
That would
fuck
have
is a
been
decanter?
funny. I don't know. I think because when I see decanter, whenever they show them, it looks like a little glass bottle that like alcohol is stored in, like the fancy glass bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have like a cork thing up top that you pull. But yeah, so it's like a glass bottle of endless water, I think.
I think so too. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
There
let me
is
Google
a
decanter.
bottle of endless water. That is a dandy item.
Yeah, decanter of endless water. Let's see, what is a
It's
decanter?
basically a decanter of booze.
Yeah, it's a glass bottle. That's what a
It's so
decanter
fucking
is.
long to spell perpetual. I hope you guys appreciate that was that whole time I was trying to sit there and spell perpetual to type this into my damn character sheet.
God, that's such a mood,
I'm
though.
proud of you.
Yeah.
You do not
I'm a
want to know
college
how long
student.
it took me to figure out how to spell flute. And it's not even
Oh,
that hard.
I'm proud.
It's
of
really not. It's 5 letters, dude.
I know! But my brain
this is
said
what the
no.
decanter. This is what the decanter looks like, actually, from D&D.
Ooh,
It's like a little crescent
Ooh.
moon.
that is really
That's
cool.
fancy.
It makes me think
Yeah.
of, like, Korra's water pouch from Avatar the Last
Yeah.
Airbender. But, yeah.
Also, I would like to note that this entire time while everyone's talking, Ira has been very, very, not furiously. That's not the adjective I use, but like, is like, you know that thing when someone's like watching when two people are talking,
Yep.
just doing that, but with all the Pumats, because she's trying to figure out which one's where, because they all have the same voice, and that's weird.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Robin's just staring at Ira, contemplating if two of her would be better. And there were two Iras. Like, that would be weird, but it would be cool. and maybe it would be better, because then she would have half of the burden of being with them,
Would have what?
and also the burden of dealing with Robin would be halved, and that could be good for her, maybe. She's looking very seriously at Ira. She's doing a seeing stare.
The burden would be halved, as if Robin would not double her shenanigans to keep up with the doubled Iris.
Yeah.
Maybe the solution is 10 Iris.
Oh my god. Just imagine
Ira.
the glares you would receive.
Ira, what if there were 10 of you, Ira?
Someone will probably end up dead.
I'm trying to think.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Possibly.
I mean, if you kill somebody, I'm on your side.
I know.
As long as it's not me.
Just reaches down and pats the top of her head.
I'm not a chihuahua, Ira.
What is a chihuahua?
I don't know, I just heard it somewhere.
I think it's a type of rat.
I think it's a crab.
I thought it was a rat, but it might be both.
Pretty sure it's a
So
crab.
you are right, it is a form of jerky.
Huh. Interesting.
Pyra just sitting
tasty.
here knowing what a chihuahua is, just shaking her head.
As you guys are doing that, Franzia, it has been kind of wandering the shelves, and she goes, "Oh, this is cute. What is this?"
Oh? I'll go over and look.
And she kind of points at a glass sphere. And Pumat just kind of, and it's kind of engulfed in this pillow of sorts, and is out of reach, quite far pushed away from, where somebody would be able to actively grab it. And Pumat brightens a bit, and he's like, "Oh, right, I forgot we had that." And he wanders over, and he's like, doesn't have a fancy name, but it's pretty neat. It's a tree sphere. And he kind of pulls it up and out of the box that it's in, and he says, as an action, you can. He basically kind of picks it up and holds it in his hand, and he says, if you take a little bit of time with it, you can actually plant it. You kind of hold the sphere out like this, and he kind of demonstrates. And if you plant it on, just hold it there and plant it in the ground, it'll grow, and I think it's within about 10 minutes. It'll grow into a full-size tree.
Huh.
Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Anything you
What
attach
kind of
to
tree?
it. This one I think is. What is it? Is it an oak? I'm not good with trees. But it'll grow into a tree, and anything you attach to it, you put I don't know, you could make a tree house in it or something. But anything you attach to it, when you revert it back to in the sphere, and he holds up the sphere, it stays that way, and you can always bring it back if you grow it again in dirt.
We need to get it.
How much is it?
He kind of sets it back in the box that it was kind of displayed in, and kind of glances at it for a moment, and he's like, "I don't remember." Pumat too! And, wanders back, and he's like, "How much was this tree sphere?" They converse for a moment, and he says, "Oh, okay. And then wanders back, and he says, "Well, it's a little bit expensive.
Spill.
Well, we received it for quite a bit of coin. So technically it's about 1,500.
Okay. What else do you have?
Oh,
Out
we
of
got
curiosity.
quite a few items. Let's see. What are you looking for specifically? Because we might be able to narrow it down. Or just looking for something interesting.
Something interesting, probably not too expensive. Whatever's weird.
He's like, okay, how to disguise is out. That's pretty expensive. Oh, here we go. And he wanders off, kind of gestures for you to follow him, and he pulls out another box, but this time it's not as, guarded, I suppose, as the other one. And he pulls out this kind of gem, and it is a nice, about the size of your palm or so, kind of sharply cut, and it is a blue gem, and he says, it's an elemental gem, actually. You'll be able to summon an elemental with this. At least that's what the man told us. 300 gold pieces. A little bit cheaper than some of the things we have, but, it's useful in a pinch. Though if
What?
you lose concentration on it, it can attack you.
What is a hat of disguise?
What was that?
What's an elemental?
What is a hat of disguise?
Oh, that one's really good.
The Hat of
Mhm.
Disguise is 1,000 gold.
What is it?
It allows you to change your appearance. If you put it on, and he kind of wanders over to the Hat of Disguise that he has kind of in another more secure area. And it's kind of like one of those fancy bard hat sort of things. with the little feather and all. And he says, with this, you're able to throw on a disguised self.
Do you have to know what you want to look like in order to use it?
I mean, you shape what you look like to your will. You don't... Oh, right.
She's blind.
Ah, okay.
That would actually be an interesting thought experiment.
Mhm.
Like, Ira turning into what she thinks we all look like.
I mean, you can only really turn into things that exist. I mean, if you know the feel of something, I think you could probably make whatever you want to look like.
Do you know what colors are? Like, could you give yourself a hair color if you don't know what it is?
I haven't seen colors in a very long time.
But you have seen them.
I mean,
I
if you
don't
remember
know.
what they look like, then you should be able to make it.
I don't.
Hang on, maybe one of us has a spell. What's that spell that... Who used that spell to talk to Franzia's grandmother in her head?
Oh, sending. I have that. Yeah.
Can you send mental images?
I wish.
So, alright.
I mean, technically, I think you can use your memory thing to do that, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. I could. I mean, if you guys, I could like put colors of memories of colors into a little, and she does that thing where she taps the side of her head and pulls out like a silver string, a silver thread,
Maybe
of memory.
Maybe
What?
like a memory of an appearance that she could take.
Yeah, sure. Pyra gets down on her knees and takes a real good look at Robin. Like a real
Robin
good look at
Hood.
There you go. There we go. Work the eyeballs. Sweet. Okay, cool. And then she puts the memory that she pulled out back and pulls out another one. Hey, Ira, is it okay if I do the magic thing and then,
Do what magic thing? What?
give you my memory strand so that way you can see what Robin looks like.
And I'll be able to see your memory?
Uh-huh. It'll only be the last minute or so of Robin looking at Robin.
You won't see any of mine, will you?
Nope. Pinky
Okay.
promise. Okay, Pyra will take the thread and push it against Ira's temple, and push the memory in of Robin posing. Freshly
Ira,
deferred.
You
Oh
haven't-
wait, 1 second. 1 second. She's gonna pull out another memory of Robin and her fur and push that into Ira's mind.
Ira, you haven't seen anything in a very, very long time. And you have kind of those blurry memories of when you were a kid and some other memories you wish you didn't have. And suddenly, as you feel kind of this strand enter your mind, it's as if something had ripped straight through you, and you have seen. Suddenly, your eyes are alight with a vision you've never seen, but it is beautiful. And now you've seen it. I mean, it's technically not you who've seen it, but you are, and you have now. And it's beautiful. And it's not anything exciting necessarily, but it's the vibrance of Robin's hair, and the darkness of her skin, and the colors inside of the shop, and the bright baubles on the left, and the color of Pumat's skin on the right, and all these other things. It is like a overwhelming amount of information that you've received, and it is startling.
Ira just sort of like gasps and like back and just like flinches away, and is just kind of like is very much looking like a child, like a toddler who just like fell over and is in that in between stage and doesn't know whether or not to cry or not.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear, are you right?
Are you okay?
Oh.
And she's gonna like reach out towards where Robin is.
Robin's gonna take your hand really quickly. It's grab.
What was that? You're a little muffled.
Oh, sorry, I missed my phone. Robin's going to take your hand. Just grab. It's like, grab. It's like, it's fine. Nothing's changed. It's just the scene that we're in now.
You hear Pumat kind of chime in, "Do you need a glass of water?"
Yes.
Okay. Let Pumat 2 know if you need anything. I'll be back in a minute. And he will kind of just like, you don't notice him glance at you, but he does glance at Ira for a moment, and then the rest of you, and then wanders off to go get a glass of water.
I was gonna say, of course Ira doesn't notice she's blind.
Yeah.
If you want a shot of vodka as well, got you covered.
That stuff smells terrible.
That's all right then.
Yep, that stuff will strip the paint off of a wagon.
But it'll get you drunk doing it.
Yep.
Franzia is hovering nearby because she seems a little worried, but she isn't gonna push.
Yeah.
And eventually Pumat arrives back with a glass of ice cold water. There's a couple of pieces of ice floating in there peacefully. He says, "I got you your water."
She will take it.
On the
She will
house.
bring it up to bring it up until it like clinks against the skull, the beak skull, and then drink it.
It's very refreshing. Nice ice cold water.
Do you need to go outside, Ira?
She just nods.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything.
Well, that
Do you need anything else from here?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you need anything else from here?
She looks at everyone else. You
Uh-huh.
guys, or
I mean, I think I'm good for now. We don't really have that much money to blow, although we might be back.
yeah, we'll come back when we have more money, Puma.
Yeah.
all right. Well, we all enjoy seeing you. Sorry about any kind of like gestures.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. Yeah.
Well, either way, hope you decompress and enjoy your time.
Thank you. Have a nice day, Puma.
Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. Take care.
Robin is just
Bye, Puma.
leaving.
Bye, Puma. Bye, Puma. Bye, Prime.
Bye, Pyra. Bye,
Robin is-
Bugs. Bye. They're just kind of chiming. And then one of them pipes
Robin-
up, "See you soon."
Robin just kind of leads Ira out without waiting. Just out we go, outside.
I like essentially like the second like that they are like led out there. They have there is a hood on their cloak and it is up.
Yeah,
All
Pyra
right.
will grab the furs off the counter and be like, okay, so do you guys maybe want to go see if we can find a leather worker to turn these into cloaks and stuff then, or?
Yeah, probably a good idea.
You guys do that, I'm gonna chill with my friend.
Okay, do you want us to take the other, pelt with us, Ira, or?
I want to keep it.
Okay. Okay, so,
Can I be a horse again?
yeah, go ahead.
You can.
She will be a horse again.
All right. A couple of people like gasp as you do so. Unless you are going to hide in a different place to transform. They kind of like gasp and.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're able to kind of find a little alleyway nearby Pumat's that isn't as busy as most of the Penta Market, and you were able to return to horse, Ira. Alright. And you wanted to go look. What is it that you guys want to do?
Look for a leather worker or someone who can turn the cloaks into, the pelts into cloaks?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Can it be investigation because I'm looking for something?
Oh, technically you have been here before, so you can roll an investigation check.
Fuck yes.
Slight amendment. She does not turn into a horse. She turns into a cat.
Okay.
Nice. I rolled an 11 plus 8, 19.
Alright. Pyra, you've been here a couple times. You haven't necessarily looked for a leather worker specifically before,
Yeah.
but it's not a leather worker that catches your eye, actually. You see a shop that's kind of, like a one of those strip mall kind of shop sort of things, situations. Kind of nestled in between these, there's kind of an inconspicuous place. At the top of it, the sign hanging there is just a simple key. And it kind of draws you in a little bit. You don't remember seeing it before. There is one window, it's kind of warmly lit from the inside, but you are unable to see anything inside. The door is actually open. So far you haven't found a leather worker, but that is a place that has caught your eye.
And is there a sign above the building, or?
It doesn't have a name, just a key.
Okay, this is weird. Hey guys, do you want to just humor me for a second and step in here?
That sounds like a terrible idea. I'd love to humor you
Yeah,
for a
that sounds
second.
Oh yeah.
Alright. The outside of this building is kind of like a brick and kind of white colored outer part, and the door is a deep, rich red. And as you enter, there isn't a bell to greet you or anything like that because the door is left open. However, there is a person that is standing at kind of the back end of the shop. And what you notice before this person, actually, is on every side of this room, hundreds of thousands of key rings. Brass, bronze, gold, silver. They're on rings. They're hooked on the walls. It's just keys. And then you see in the back is a single person, and her hair is black and straight and braided and pulled back into a higher-tailed pony. And she has it in kind of like a tight bun, actually, at the back of her head. She wears a simple autumn cloak with gold embroidery, and her face is obscured with kind of a strange mask. It's black, with kind of a fox-like face to the mask. And she just lifts a hand and waves at you as you enter.
Hey there.
Hello. What can I do for you?
What do her ears look like? Are they pointy, human-shaped, slightly pointy?
They're just a little bit pointy.
Okay, like half-elfish.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I just saw your building from the outside and it caught my eye.
Nice. I'm glad the advertisement's working.
What is it you sell here? Just keys, or...?
She just gestures along the walls with both of her hands. She says, many, many keys, with many, many stories to tell.
Oh.
Like, the keys tell the story, or like, you tell a story when people buy the key?
You have to find out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, every object tells a story, doesn't it?
You know, maybe that's true. It's not my line of work, so I guess I wouldn't know.
And what
That's
kind of
alright.
memories are these? Just random memories, or...?
She just shrugs. They're memories. Would you like one?
Oh wait, I didn't get your name. Miss...
You can call me Roan.
How do you spell that?
I will type it in chat. It looks like Ron, but I promise it's Roan. God.
I can't, Ren. I can't. I'm gonna be thinking.
Is there like an umlaut on that above that or something?
It could be.
Ron.
Ronald.
Ronald.
Ronald
Okay,
the
Ron.
keymaker. Oh man.
I'm Pyra.
Hello, Pyra.
What do you... How much are they? What do they cost? How much do these keys cost?
Hold on. She just kind of like... You don't see it because the mask obscures her face, but you can almost feel the grin on her face. And she says, oh, well, you know, the first one's always free. I think memories and things should be shared, and she kind of like moves around from the back of the desk that she had been at, and she had her hands like leaned forward like in excitement, and then she hurriedly goes to one of the walls and she says, now, you have your pick of things. Would you like to choose one?
Pyra, look at Mugs, Franzia, and Mare. How about one of you guys choose one?
I just want to take a second to acknowledge that the first one's always free is typically used for like
Drugs.
illicit substances. Is that what you're going for?
No.
Grow?
I mean, there are
Oh.
people that sell things like that, but these aren't illicit substances.
Insight check?
Yeah, of course they're not illicit substances, but insight check.
Yeah, insight.
Sure, roll an insight check.
Is this weird drugs
Natural
in
one.
teas?
That's a one.
Four.
Oh, that's not much better. Oh, I've got good
You know-
insight though. That's a 15 total.
You know, Mare, you think she's pretty cool. This lady, you know, she's chill. She's gonna give you something for free. Mugs, what are you trying to figure out exactly with her?
I'm just like, is she being like, of course these aren't illicit substances in that like wink wink nudge nudge kind of way, or is she like genuinely like, of course these aren't illicit substances, I just want to share these memories?
It seems mostly genuine.
Mostly?
It seems okay. So, what's the shiniest looking thing in this fucking room?
There is a key that isn't necessarily on the wall. It's actually kind of hidden a little bit. It catches your eye. It shines a lot like platinum in that kind of like weird color that's a little bit different than silver. And the handle part of it, kind of at the top part that would be kind of like where you hold the key to turn it, is a dark onyx color, in stark contrast to the platinum of the key, and it looks flawless. Absolutely no scratches on it at all.
That's such a cursed item. I want
So,
it.
are you just allowed to, so like we can just pick anything?
She nods.
Mug's gonna point to the shiny one.
Okay. Well, and she's going to pull it off of the ring that it's on, and she does so gently, and places the rest of the keys back after she's placed it back on the wall again. And she doesn't give it to you, Muggs. She gives it to Pyra.
Huh.
You seem
Wow.
like a person that's able to discern the state of things.
Yeah, I've been known to discern a thing or two.
And she will hand you the key and put her hands kind of together a little bit. Are you able to read memories by chance?
I certainly am. How do you know? Do I know you?
I wonder.
Insight check?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't fuck me, D&D Beyond. I have a -2, but also don't fuck me.
Yeah.
Oh,
While they're
okay.
doing this, I want to just take a very intense look around the room. Are we alone with this woman? Is there like somebody standing in the corner with a knife?
Roll a perception check.
Can I also roll a perception
Yes,
check?
go for it.
I got an 18 -2 for 16.
Oh, wow.
I
okay.
got a natural 20 on my perception.
Nice.
I got a 22 total.
Whoa,
24
okay.
total for me.
So, those people that are looking for things around the room, you don't have any way of seeing anything invisible, but it doesn't feel like you're being watched. I mean, a lot of you know what it feels like to be watched. You don't get that sense here. You feel pretty alone. And the only sort of hum in the air for you of worry is from yourself, necessarily. And what was it that you were inciting her, right, Pyra?
Yeah.
What were you trying to discern again?
Does she know her?
The way she talks and her mannerisms don't remind you of anyone you know.
Huh, okay.
She's an oddity, though. Strange.
Yeah, she is. So how does this work, right? This key right here?
I mean, it's simple to... and she kind of taps her head once, and then the second time, she pulls out a strand.
Pyra's eyes shoot up. eyebrows pop up immediately. Huh.
It's melted into the key.
Where did you learn a trick like that?
I can't reveal all my secrets.
So I just take this and put it to my temple, or?
You can just hold it. Either way is
Okay.
fine.
Pyra will take the key and hold it.
This is such a bad idea.
I love this so much.
Literally the stupidest thing we've done. Why is it every time Robin and Ira go do something else for a second, we immediately make the worst decisions of the campaign?
Oh my god. Okay. So, give me 1 second to get some music for this.
Oh.
Because I had it ready before and I closed out of it like a fucking idiot.
How bad could it be? It's in a store.
And has Muggs been drinking from the flask of perpetual booze this whole time?
Like a little bit, like every couple minutes she's been having a little sippy sip.
Alright. I need to get myself ready for this one. Okay. Everybody be ready for player to start. Pyra. Usually when you look into the strands of memory, it's like inhabiting the body of the person it belongs to. Like you exist in their body and mind at the time of the action. There's a certain foreignness to being there, since you're a spectator in their memory. But that's not what you feel when you enter this body's strand of memory. You're you. You feel your mind overtaken by your own flashing thoughts, terror, horror, desperation. You see Mare with her crossbow notched hunched over the limp body of Iris, whose nose, ears, and mouth stream blood, but otherwise has no injuries, and she is far too pale. Ira is knelt by the two women, her hand bloodied, but not from her own blood. It rests on Mare's shoulder that doesn't hold the crossbow, tensely squeezing. You see no expression on her face due to the mask, but you can see the tension in her body, and her blind attention is directly on the creature about 40 feet from you. The storm of Ira's own conjuring flashes lightning and backdrops the thing in blinding light, only for a moment as rain pours from the sky itself like it's weeping. The beast is howling in tormented agony, and you aren't surprised by this because you know this creature personally. Its name doesn't come to mind because it never gave you one, but it was hers. And being separate from Iris meant Iris was dead, and the weight of that finality made you sick. You hear Muggs holler, but the words she's screaming is drowned out by the sounds of chaos from the battle around you. Dark elves and Empire soldiers clashing, black and red, blood and gore. You realize then why Iris's creature was staggering. It was because Muggs was attempting to grapple it with her own to keep the feral creature from hurting your allies. Its opal antlers thrash in time with its raven-colored wings, and you realize something horrifying as you finally pull your attention away from it. The sky above the barbed fields had once been just storm and night sky, was tearing apart above you like a knife stabbed through the fabric of a taut ship's sail. Your hold monster spell fizzling out as you watch what you feel now is the beginning of the end of days. The creature Muggs had been grappling with bellows again, and the memory snaps back to reality with a sharpness that causes you pain.
Sorry, 1 sec. I am typing a lot of this.
Pyra, take 1 level of exhaustion, and I'm going to roll some psychic damage for you.
Okay.
And for... Hold on, let me see here. Oopsie.
Hey, Ren?
Hello?
Ren, that's rude.
Right? Oh my god.
That's delicious.
Take 17 points of psychic damage.
What the fuck?
So, for those of you who were not in this memory, it's strange for you because nothing necessarily changed except 1 minute you were just watching Pyra hold this key and the woman standing there with her hands kind of to her chest in that, like, patiently waiting stance, you know, with their hands together. And you blink, and you're suddenly in front of the thing again, except the store isn't there at all. And in fact, it looks like it was never there because the sign isn't there. There's no key sign, there's no door, there's nothing. It was like you never stepped foot there at all, and people are just walking past you, kind of giving you strange looks as they pass. But it seems like they don't do anything else. But Pyra, you are back in reality. And that memory that you had before, the key, there's just dust in your hands. But that memory that you have, it's in your mind now.
Wait, how did we get out?
What the?
What the fuck? Okay.
We were just inside.
Pyra, you okay?
Yeah. She looks
Scared?
visibly pale, by the way.
Hey, are you? What happened?
That wasn't a memory. That looked like something was coming. Something that was yet to happen.
Hey, all right. You don't look here. Let's find a spot you can sit down. You don't look very.
Maybe we should find an inn. That might be the best.
Let's find someplace.
Yeah.
Let's get off the street. Let's figure something out.
Yeah,
Where
I think
do
I
you
know.
get those keys?
I don't know. She's.
What?
And Pyra will open her hand and show everyone. It's gone. And then there's just dust there. Is it like key dust, platinum dust? What kind of dust?
It is like metal, like powdered metal, basically. So it kind of, if you rub it into your hands, it kind of hurts a little bit, like finely ground iron.
Pyra's gonna shrug and put that in a little satchel for later.
Add, let's say two platinum worth of dust. 2 platinum dust.
So today is just a bad day with memories, isn't it?
Yep.
Clearly.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
I think though, because Muggs knows where some stuff is in this town, she'd be trying to figure out an inn situation.
Yeah, this is where Pyra and Muggs met.
Yeah, like she'd have Pyra's hand and be trying to lead her to some place where she knows there's an inn that is decent.
There are a couple of options for you. There is, I think the Leaky Tap has an inn there. There is also, what was it called?
Evening nip.
Nope, not that one. That's a different thing. What is it?
The leaky nip.
Nope.
I was
What is it called?
The dueling nip.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Oh.
it's in a different.
Such a sleepy nip.
Why is it not listed here?
Can a tip become sleepy?
I mean,
Lodge of the
And why
Eclipse
not?
is another one that you could go to. Lodge of the
what now?
Eclipse is another one that you can go to. It's a tavern and inn. You know that they do like entertainment shows and such.
It's a dinner theater.
Yeah.
I think Muggs would just lead us to whichever one's closest that she knows of.
Hold on, let me check.
I can't believe Ren tried to send it to fantasy medieval times.
Why can I not find? Okay, so that's So the closest one would technically be the Lodge of the Eclipse because it is in the Penta Market.
We can go there then. That'll do.
Yeah. Unless you're... There is kind of a winding down of what seems to... I guess a winding up, actually, considering the time of day, of a show. It seems like people are gathering a little bit to see a show. There is a kind of handsome half-elf man with straight black hair and brown eyes that is kind of manning the front checkout desk. He asks for 4 silver a night per room. The show and food is included with your stay.
How many rooms are we getting again?
That's a great question, guys.
He mentions that there are 5 open rooms.
Do we want 2 rooms or 3 rooms?
Maybe 2 rooms?
What's the name of the inn again?
It is called the Lodge of the Eclipse. I will type it in chat too. It is a tavern and inn. Okay.
Mugs will get 2 rooms. We can always get a 3rd one later if necessary.
Oh, my baby, good boy. He's
Are you
darling.
talking to your cat?
Oh, sorry.
But yeah,
But also, yes.
he gives you 2 fairly rusty-looking keys. There's a little bit of a stress about the keys for a moment. I assume.
Mugs didn't really have any concern about it, but she will not hand Pyra a key or anything. 'Cause that would seem insensitive at the moment.
Flashbacks. But yeah, you are able to find your rooms no problem. Your rooms are on the 2nd floor of this inn. You kind of lead your way up. You do pass by a kind of wash area. It seems like they have a little bit better than what you had before, where it was just a basin of water. It seems like the rooms here actually have offshoots that let you go to your own bathrooms, which is nice.
Oh,
Love that. Fancy.
But once we are in a room, I think Mugs is gonna be like, Pyra, so what? You were just hanging on to that key, and then there was no shop anymore, and then you looked really pale. You still look a little fucked up, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I saw shouldn't... My magic can't do that. It can't see the future. But what I saw was... I saw Iris dead with Marin Ira over her body, and there was a war going on around us. What was it again, Ren? In the
Barbed Fields.
It
You
was in
haven't
the-
necessarily been there, but
it was somewhere in Jorhas, I think.
yeah, this version of yourself seemed to know exactly where you were and why you were there, but you couldn't quite grasp why in that moment because it was just too much going on at the same time.
There were dynasty soldiers, and empire soldiers, and Muggs was grappling Iris's wyvern. That was it, right? The wyvern?
No.
Oh,
The
what
creature
was it?
that was being grappled was this kind of... It wasn't able to be described necessarily in the time that I had. But it was like this strange-looking creature. Its fur was made out of black feathers.
Oh.
Its horns were made of these opal. It was like antlers of opal, and the front claws were these kind of like bird talons almost. The muzzle of it was more canine in structure with long opal-like fangs. The eyes were a bright blue with a white slit for the pupil, and the body was like cat-like, and the tail was longer and black. This is not.
Oh, sorry. So an Arcana check can identify it, right?
You can roll me an Arcana check if you'd like. It'll determine on what information you can get about it.
14 plus 8 for 22.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you. This is not exactly what you saw, but it is like the body part of it is very similar. It's not that gooey looking, but it's terrifying is what it was.
Yeah, Pyro's gonna describe that whole mass.
It had, instead of like the weird wing horn things, those horns were more like opal.
Okay.
And the wings were actually on its body, like large.
Yeah, Pyro described the weird deer, wolf, griffin thing. And yeah, Muggs, you were grappling it, and it felt like that was the end. Like, not of the vision, but the end.
Of the fucking world, or?
Who knows? It felt...
Okay. Well, the world is not ending now, so that's a great start. Do you want to write a message to Iris and make sure she's okay?
Pyro will cast sending.
Sure.
Hey, Iris. Just wanting to make sure you're okay. Also, do you know what a weird-looking dog thing with opal antlers and bird claws is, and like giant wings? If not, it's fine. You can respond to this message.
The best 4 a.m. text messages.
So, let's see what word counter. What am I gonna write from Iris?
I was just sitting here thinking, oh, there's a quirky shopkeeper. Excellent. We get 2 in one day. And then you started narrating the apocalypse, and it's like, oh, fuck. I guess that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's
Love
been
that.
in my brain for weeks.
Fine. It's cool. Whatever.
It's fine.
Beloved
I see her
NPC
again.
dead on the ground. War-torn society.
Gotta start you off strong, then you can have the soft, fluffy memories.
Just hit him right out the gate. Just
Riley, thank you.
What you get back is... That depends. What do you need to know about it? I'm fine just working.
Wait, she'll suddenly cast another sending. Wait, you know what that is? Tell me everything you know about it, please. And just making sure. That's all.
If Iris dies, I'm going to riot.
thinking so many thoughts. I'm just alarmed.
Yeah.
Poor Iris.
Gonna do a thing, and then she disappeared, and
It's like, may as well fuck around and point to the shiniest key in the room.
so it just like disappeared.
It crumbled
Yeah.
to dust. Like it had
The
been used.
My god, Robin wasn't even in that vision.
Hmm?
Robin wasn't even in that vision. That's so spooky.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear something about Robin too. I was like, no, don't hear Robin's name.
Interesting.
Terrifying.
It could
Hear
also
that.
been because you couldn't find Robin in the thing, maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't see
Exactly.
Robin.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe, or maybe Robin's fucking dead.
Oh no, I
Can't
would
wait for you
never
to
kill
tell her about
Robin.
that.
I would never kill Robin.
As if
I
I
said
was...
that.
Robin
You said that in the
was
most
just looking in the
non-convincing way
background,
possible.
like, that was a knife cat DM. Like, that was full. There, you are a cat smirking at the camera with a knife pointing under your chin right now, Ren.
I already had a bad enough day without them telling her about it.
I mean, this is information that kind of needs to be shared with the whole party.
Can't wait for you to tell her. Just can't wait.
Yeah.
So
Could
what
be a
you
fun
get
good
back is, after quite a bit actually, I appreciate the worry, but it's fine, and I can't really tell you anything. I don't know anything either.
God damn it,
Ha-
Iris.
Yeah. Pyra's going to pull out the sending paper because she doesn't want to waste her last sending right now, and just say, "Oh, okay, that's fine. Thanks. Let me know if you learn anything, and send it."
You'll get a sending back that's like, I'm gonna write it out just so you guys have it on record.
Just thumbs up emoji.
Just reads with a tick.
Yeah, left you on red.
Red, 7:59 p.m.
Stress.
Okay, good.
God, fucking Franzia doesn't even, like, know who Iris is, so she's
No.
just sitting here listening into this being like,
They frantically need to talk to somebody. Oh, right.
sure, I guess.
You get back.
Francie
I'm
wasn't
not-
in the vision.
You get back the sending paper, and Iris has replied, I'm not sure why you're asking or how you heard of the creature like that, but they're dangerous. Be careful.
Francie wasn't in the vision either.
Don't say that shit to me right now, Cat.
And then Pyra will use her last sending to send a message to Robin because she's the one who can see, and we'll say, "Hey, we're staying at an inn. In the what section of what we're still near the
You're in the
Pentamarket, right?
Pentamarket still currently.
Yeah,
yes.
in the Pentamarket called. Oh fuck! I have it in my notes.
Lodge of the Eclipse.
Yes.
Lodge of the
Yeah.
Eclipse. Shouldn't be hard to find.
I'm gonna
Reply
mark
to
it
this
on
message.
the map. I'm gonna mark it in like a blue color. There we go. It is right
Ira.
here.
Meow.
A little
gonna-
bit of
I'm gonna-
cross from there.
I'm gonna ask if maybe Robin found like a bakery and got her and Ira like a tart or something, and they're just chilling at like a park or something, or an open space. When she
Just-
gets ascending,
A
Mhm.
goblin and her horse.
Cat.
cat.
She is a
Cat
cat.
currently.
Yeah.
She's a
Just
dirty,
chilling with a-
mangy stray cat.
feeding the stray cat some bakery snacks.
Stolen bakery snacks?
She probably paid for them just to avoid making trouble.
Aww.
Ira's already had a bad day.
You can just take like 2 copper off for that. They're not too expensive.
Yeah. Hey, Ira.
Get some meow.
The sanctity of my mind has been violated.
Get a head tilt.
Pyro says that they're in called something. I can't read first, so we're just gonna have to ask around.
Oh
Fuck around, find out! You can roll it. Do you want to ask around from people if they know the place, or are you just gonna try and figure it out yourself?
I'll just ask someone, probably.
Okay, roll me a charisma check, please.
Okay. Charisma. I'm very charismatic, I can do this.
Yeah.
Everybody loves me.
We sure love you.
9 plus 7. What's 9 plus 7? 16.
Nice. It doesn't take you too long to find somebody who kind of knows their way around. And they're like, "Oh, you're looking for the Lodge of the Eclipse. Oh, I heard they're having a beautiful performance today. Oh, that's just around the corner over there. Take a couple of rights and you're on your way."
She's gonna bow very dramatically and say, "Thank you." I was gonna say sir or ma'am, but she doesn't know, so she's gonna shrug and say, "Thank you kindly, see you later," and just dart off with Ira in her arms. The
What a
cat.
strange young child. It is an older person and they just kind of wander off, but seem pleased to have been bowed to for some reason. I was bowed to. I gotta tell my grandchildren.
That's cute.
I want to shoot myself with that grandmother.
Oh my god.
my god! Canon Robin is into older women. Oh no. Horrible. Horrible.
You gotta stop her seducing the elderly.
Instead of like Vox Machina, you don't kill the elderly, you seduce them.
God.
Oh no! But Robin, with your successful bow to the elder, you were able to make your way to what you assume is, oh my goodness, the Lodge of the Eclipse. It is a little bit, what would you say? It's a little bit crowded, not hugely so, but there is a performance going on as you enter.
She loves performances, but she's gonna look at Ira and say, "Do you want to come back later when it's less crowded?" You want to say fuck this and go?
She
No, once
meows.
for yes. No, once for yes, twice for no.
Just blinks.
Alright, let's go. She's just gonna walk away from the inn. Just bye. She doesn't know that there's no pocket. She's just fucking off with her cat friend.
It is the middle of the day at this point. It's probably about like, it's probably like 5 at this point. The show is probably a good hour and a half. The rest of the party is gonna be sitting in their room for quite a while before that show is over.
Just at some point, do you think they got lost?
Probably. I could go look for them. Should I go look for them?
Sure, if you'd like to.
As long as you don't get lost, I guess.
Yeah, you
Good in
shouldn't get
cities, thank you
lost.
very much.
Well, there's being in a city, and then there's being in a city looking for those two. Like it's a
I
whole
have the
different vibe.
distinct feeling they're not being very subtle.
You know, fair point.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Making a guess. Subtlety. Yeah. Okay. I'll be back in like 15 minutes.
At least she's not furry anymore.
That's true.
Yeah.
That would be a
That's
little
probably-
strange.
Yeah. I will sneak out through somewhere. Trying to avoid like going directly through the main hall and the people, and just quickly try to find the other two real quick.
Sure. Roll me a perception check then.
Perception, I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Robin.
Robin and Ira, are you guys technically stealthing, or are you just kind of wandering around?
Nah. Wandering.
Probably just
Okay.
we're just wandering, not making trouble, but like not hiding
Yeah.
ourselves either.
Gotcha.
Just
You're not,
normal citizens.
you're not
Yeah.
actively hiding yourselves.
Yeah, that was a 16 plus 6, so 22.
Oh yeah. On a bad day, it doesn't take you too long to find people, Mayor. On this good day, you find them within about a minute of looking.
You find the single goblin in the whole ass fucking
With
town.
the brightest of red hair, and the only blind cat.
Yeah.
Obviously not being hidden. You were able to find them quite easily, not too far from the hustle and bustle, but in a quieter part of the Penta Market.
Yeah. I will stealth up behind them because it's funny.
I have a passive perception of
You're a cat. I'm trying
23.
to scare Robin.
okay.
It's fine.
That'd be really funny.
For funsies, roll a stealth check for me, Mayor.
Okay. 24.
You even beat
Okay.
Iris.
14 plus 10.
So
Oh my god.
I'm a rogue.
you were
That's
able
what
to
I
sneak
do.
up on them.
I'm just gonna like suddenly appear to Robin's left. Hey, so
She's gonna jump and she's gonna swing at her. Just swing her fist and scream.
roll,
Oh shit!
God.
roll me,
You also get a hissy cat.
roll me a unarmed attack, please. I want to see if you actually hit Mayor.
Okay.
that hard. My AC sucks.
Rolling. Oh my god, I got an extra 20.
Oh shit. What is your strength modifier?
The unarmed strike is +4, but my strength is +1.
Oh, so you take 2 points of damage, Mayor.
Alright, I will
as
uncanny
Robin-
dodge and have that. 1.
Yeah, Robin decks you, but you're able to kind of like maneuver yourself so you take half of the blow. It still kind of stinks though.
Hey.
Go straight for the knees.
Buckle them kneecaps.
Her rubs her knee. Hey, that wasn't called for. We were worried you got lost. Come on. It's a mess. There was a key shop and a weird shopkeep, and it's weird. I don't know how to explain it, and yeah.
What are you talking about?
Today got a lot weirder. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It doesn't sound fine.
I know. Let's go.
How the fuck did you sneak up on Ira?
It's what I'm good at sneaking up on people.
Sorry for punching you, I'm just not used to people sneaking up on Ira.
That's fair. To be
Ira's
fair, it didn't
tail
hurt. It
is-
just kind of like glocked my knee.
Ira's tail is very much going back and forth like a pissed off cat.
I'm sorry, Ira. To be
Agitated
fair, to be
cat.
fair, I just kind of assumed you'd notice me and that Robin wouldn't.
There's an
So-
indignant meow.
I mean that as a compliment. Because you do normally notice things.
She just does that thing that cats do where they passive aggressively lick themselves.
Like the embarrassment, like, yeah, I fucked up, but we don't need to talk about it. That kind of cat
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we gotta head back.
Yeah, Pyro's
Sounds like
investigating, so.
sounds like some weird shit happened.
Yeah. You ever, like, grab an item that a weird shopkeeper has given you, and it
No, neither.
dissolves? Probably not good. Yeah.
We've never touched any weird shopkeeper items before.
I know for a fact that is incorrect, and Ira will back me up on that.
No, she won't.
Lovely.
She's on my side.
Remember that time you were a Furby?
No.
Okay. Happy one of us doesn't.
The
What was
past is the past.
F. Okay. I'll leave it back too.
Robin's gonna scoop up Ira, the cat, and let's go.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
You were able to scoop up Cat Ira, and make your way to
Scoop.
the Cat Scoop. You are able to make your way to the Lodge of the Eclipse. When you guys arrive, the show is still technically going, but it is a quieter part, so people are quite quiet. And it's a strange rendition of, like, this half-orc man and a tiefling woman. And you hear the tiefling woman exclaim, "Oh, Oscar, I knew you would come for me!"
There's no fucking way.
And this very buff orcish man, who is in, like, this half-ripped shirt, and, like, those pirate pants, he's very dramatically, and it's not, like, the best acting, but he's like, "Your father couldn't keep me away." Like,
I would like to dash away from. I would like to bonus action movement out of the room.
yeah, you knew past. You were able to go past people. There's a fair amount of young women that are just like, "I wish my man treated me like this." Like,
Oh my god!
I wish my husband looked at me like Oscar looks like Guinevere.
Oh my god!
Have you considered upping your standards? Have you considered? Men are not the answer.
Have you considered women?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Robin
you're-
sort of pauses at the performance and she watches for a few seconds, a few moments,
sure.
a few minutes.
You notice that the male actor is most definitely the least best of acting, but he seems very strong and seems to remember most of his lines.
Just
After-
typecast for being a hunk.
Himbo cast. After a solid 15 minutes of not 15 minutes, 15 seconds of not moving past this, Ira will start meowing loudly.
Ira, Oscar is declaring his love for Genevieve.
Ah!
You can't interrupt the theater.
You do.
Ah!
You watch as, like, it's strange because it seems like it's also a musical adaptation because you watch Oscar, the actor of Oscar, pulls out bagpipes and begins playing them. It is actually quite nice. Like, he plays bagpipes really well, but for the setting and tone of the story, it's very out of place.
Mara's watching from the top of the stairs, waiting for Robin and Ira to catch the
I
fire.
Robin
And
just goes-
every passing second, her soul departs.
The second a bagpipe comes out, she is wiggling her way the fuck out of Robin's arms and shooting straight up the fucking stairs.
Robin just
Running
goes.
the fuck away.
Robin just goes starry-eyed. She doesn't even notice. She's just staring.
Is Mare too gay for this?
Mare's just short-circuiting over everything.
Mare appreciates theater better than this.
Yeah. She's been to several really good plays that she should not have had any business going to. And seeing this is
So
hurting her
it's no
soul.
Hamilton, is what you're saying.
Don't get Robin wrong. Don't get her wrong. She knows this is trash, but she loves it.
Like, it's not that.
It's like those really dramatic
It's the
novellas.
And yeah,
I can't believe this is Kat's introduction to Tough Love.
Well,
That's Glove. And if Robin stays long enough, you watch the ending of it where Oscar sweeps Guinevere off her feet and into the field of flowers, quote unquote, which is basically just like really poorly done stage props, where they just like quote unquote fade into the background, but it's clearly like a painted sunset that they just kind of like step around so that they go out of frame from the curtains.
Hey, baby. Baby. Hey, baby. Hey, darling.
yeah.
That's
After
Robin to Ira.
Ira's gone.
like it's a
Ira
feeling
has
that Robin is not actively
yeeted the fuck
moving,
herself the
I'm
fuck
just
away
gonna-
from here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the room and let Ira in. Like, come on, she'll figure it out.
She only leaves once.
Sorry, go ahead.
She leaves like once the performance is done. She knows it's garbage, but leave her to her garbage.
You can like garbage. Nobody's gonna judge you aside from assholes.
And Ira.
In there.
Like we said, assholes. As soon as like Mare and Ira come in, and then Robin doesn't, Muggs is like, "Did you lose her on the way?"
Yeah, she
Is
got
it-
distracted by the play, and it was hurting me to be within earshot, so I left.
The bagpipes are going. Dude. Like, I've never once met anybody who genuinely thought that bagpipes were an appropriate instrument for like an intimate concert space, but apparently the day has
it's a musical
arrived.
too. It's a musical too.
They're shaking the floor right now.
Yeah.
Once Ira is in the room and the door is closed, she will turn back into human Ira, put her hands over her ears. It's like, you may not be able to hear it still, but I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll die down soon. Like, there've been a couple musical numbers while you were gone.
I mean, I could make it die down right now, but
Please do. Please. Please. Anything. Stop it. Just
It
please stop it.
reminds me of the time my
mean-
grandmother tried to make shoes out of accordions.
Oh no.
like, do we want it to actually stop? Because I can hold the performance.
Like, just I don't care. It's loud. I hate this.
What
Why?
if?
Can I leave? Can I leave?
Are you?
What if?
I could make earplugs for you. Unless that's uncomfortable.
I mean, the bagpipes will probably be done soon, right? They've been going for a second. They can't play the bagpipes that long.
You assume.
I could make it really foggy in that room for like an hour.
Just give me the earplugs.
Okay, yeah, I felt that would be less disruptive to the general populace, but it'd also be really funny.
Francie will nod, and she kind of like fashions some out of some loose like scrap and cotton that she has, which is all.
Oh my god,
all,
please. Please make it foggy too. It would be so funny.
Actually, adding fog would probably improve the effects of the show.
Maybe make them pay you for it.
Mm.
You are providing a service, you know.
Get yourself hired on as a special effects director.
Smudge teleports into the room. No.
Smart, not hard.
Smudge is my Tabaxi bard who does special effects at a local theater.
Oh,
my God.
Bard bullshit. That's all she does. She also
Love her.
steals from the costume warehouse a lot.
Yeah. She shows up to sessions in weird outfits.
Yeah, she's never worn the same thing twice in her entire life.
I love her. What a legend.
Dedication.
She's just the combinations of bad decisions. May I really be like, what if I just use Fog Cloud to fuck everything up?
What if I cause problems on purpose?
Yeah. Listen.
You really only need one spell.
But after
Right?
a little while, it only takes about 2 or 3 minutes for the bagpipes to cease.
Oh, thank fuck.
And then there is
Ira's
a big
not
round of
taking
applause.
Ira's not taking out the earplugs until Robin's in the room. Because that's the only way that she'll know it's done.
It's only a couple more minutes before Robin, the end of the show has happened, and once you are broken from your stupor of watching the horrendous show, you are free to your own devices.
God, I want to perform.
Oh, that's so cute.
She'd make a magnificent leading lady. Let's write a play about the star-crossed lovers, Robin and Loretta.
You say that right in front of Frandia?
Nope, no, I do not say that. That was PK saying that, not me.
Play your cards right, you could be Franzia's grandmother.
Oh god.
Horrible.
Play is the step-grandmother.
Yes.
Oh my god, that would make me Mugs and Pyra's step-grandmother-in-law.
Oh my god.
Cursed.
Terrible.
Oh
I hate
no.
that.
We've created a
Fucking 8
monster.
years old.
Too many wives. No.
8 years old.
That's the name of the play that eventually gets written off of this. It's Too Many Wives.
Oh no.
The name
Okay,
of the
she's gonna-
campaign is Oops All Wives.
Okay, Robin's gonna go
TMW, too many
upstairs.
wives.
She's gonna enter the room. She's gonna flop down on the nearest soft surface side and then announce that she misses performing so much.
And that's when Ira takes out the earplugs.
You perform?
I used to, but then my traveling troupe abandoned me in the city, so I stopped.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, but they're dicks, so it's okay.
Oh.
How I learned to be a bard.
We could
Oh.
do some busking on the streets when we're in cities if you'd like that, Robin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we could.
Can we do it now?
Well, right now
I mean-
we've got some stuff to maybe talk about right now, actually.
Yeah.
But maybe later we can do some busking. I'll take you out to do some busking.
I mean, if there's one place to do it, it's Zadash.
It's true. Zadash is a great place to get started as a busker. But before that, we should talk about some weird shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Mia mentioned something about keys and dust and apocalypse. I don't know.
Yeah, we maybe made some weird decisions. I'm not sold on that they were bad decisions, but maybe they were weird decisions.
Yeah, in the process of looking for a leather worker, we came across this weird shop I hadn't seen before. It wasn't here last time I was here. It had a key on the a key above the door frame, and well, we went inside and she said, you know, the first one's free because that's not suspicious at all. And she handed, well, Mugs here picked a key and
Why did
She-
you pick a key?
Because she said pick a key, and I wanted to see what was happening.
Yeah.
yeah.
More
Yeah.
importantly, Pyra told me to pick a key.
Robin,
I was
That's
gonna
how
do
you
it if Pyra
get
didn't
you're
anyways.
bad for having one now.
So you guys are cursed now.
We're not
No.
cursed. We're not cursed. Well,
Wait,
maybe,
do I feel
but
cursed, DM?
You can roll an Arcana check.
How's that doing?
Okay.
we're definitely not cursed.
I rolled a 14. Am I cursed?
Cursed with the burden of knowledge.
Yeah, I don't feel cursed at least. But yeah, we picked a key, and then for some reason she handed it to me. I mean, now I know the reason, but at the time I didn't. And she, you know how I can do that memory thing? It apparently is connected to that, except what I saw wasn't a memory. What I saw was a battlefield in Jorhas, and there were drow everywhere, and Empire soldiers, and Iris was dead with you and Mare standing over her body, Ira. And Muggs was grappling with some large black beast with talons for paws and opalescent horns and large black wings. And it honestly felt like the end of the world.
Yes, that happened. That was
Yeah.
that you.
Does what does Ira know anything about your house? Is like does that ring any bells or anything?
For Ira, a lot of what you remember is it's a dangerous place. Because what you remember of any other place was when you were quite young. You aren't quite able to make out information about that area. You haven't spent really any of your adult life there. Or
Yeah,
read
but I
about
haven't
it.
overheard any talking about it or anything.
I mean, you know it exists, and you've heard from town criers, specific things you would have seen, or not seen. You would have heard things. You would have heard town criers talking about an unsteady alliance with the Crick or the Kryn dynasty. There's different variations of it depending on who you hear yell it. Most of the time, Crick is a bad word that people use. But there isn't a whole lot that you remember.
Okay.
Other details might come to surface later, but at this point you aren't able to really make out anything of note.
There's a minute. There's 5 seconds of quiet before Ira just. Where was Robin?
I don't know. I didn't see her in the vision.
Why?
I wish I could tell you.
I was probably doing something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somewhere else, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe you were busking.
Busking in the apocalypse.
It would be on brand.
Francie kind of lifts a hand and says, I also wasn't there.
Yeah, Francie also isn't there.
Francia was also busking.
It's weird that it wouldn't be with Ira at all times, though.
I wouldn't leave you alone. I would be with you. What is...
Maybe we got separated.
She just scowls at that.
It could happen.
What happened to the woman who gave you the key?
Yeah, when the vision was over, we were suddenly outside of the shop, and the key turned it into dust in my hand.
And the shop wasn't there anymore. It was like 1 second we were watching her holding the key, and the next second we were outside, like we'd never gone in because there was never a shop there to begin with. It's kind of fucked, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, that's concerning.
Another note to say, people with higher perceptions would have been able to notice nobody else seemed to pay that store any mind before you guys entered it. It seemed like people just walked around and went into other shops beside it.
Lovely.
Oh, cool. Fuck, though. It's like literally just a quick little trap for us. No worries.
Yep, that's fun.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen though. At least not exactly how you saw it. Because otherwise, what would the point of seeing it be?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, afterwards, I talked to Iris, and she seemed to know that that thing existed. And doesn't really know much about it. Yeah, the beast.
Sweet, so we can plan ahead.
Yeah.
And well, if that thing exists, then
I don't know who this is, but are you able to maybe actually meet up with her in person? Maybe she knows.
I mean, she's in, Nicodranus, I think.
Port
Was it
Damali
Nicodranus?
is where she had been
Oh, she's in
heading.
Port Damali.
She's in
I mean,
Port
she's in Port Damali, and we could maybe try and meet up with her when we. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
quite a
They
ways
said
away.
we'd visit her.
Okay, so what we should do though is we should stick Iris in a cave and leave her there, then she won't die in an apocalypse.
Or we could just not go to Jorhas ever.
Yeah, we could also not go to Jorhas ever. Highly
Yeah.
recommend that, actually. Just pro tip, not
It
go
is
to Jorhas.
quite dangerous.
Yeah, just avert the
Let's
future.
we steer clear of all wars. We steer clear of Jorhas. We make sure Iris doesn't die, at least not while we're around. We make sure that Robin and Ira always stick together, even when Robin is busking. I know, Ira, but it's a sacrifice you have to make so the apocalypse does not happen. You have to be with her while she busks. And then it'll be good.
I'll just make Ira some more earplugs.
Yeah.
I feel like I missed something, but I really don't want to ask about it, so I'm just not going to. That's fine.
Franzia. Margus and Pyro have to always be with Franzia. That way, nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. See, we'll stay with Franzia. Franzia won't run off and busk or do anything. You guys stay together. We just all stay together as a unit. Then, like, the vision can't happen, especially if none of us go to Jorhas. And
Yeah.
we steer clear of wars and battles and any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather not go there again.
Yep,
You
me too. Me fucking too.
Jorhas isn't close to Nicodranus, right?
No, we are
Opposite
heading
direction.
the other
Yeah.
direction. We are on the right track here, staying away from Jorhas. We are doing great.
Jorhas is the Barb Fields is basically like east of where you guys are right now, like directly east. Nicodranus and Port Damali are like southwest west from you guys right now.
Yeah.
So pretty
And
much
that's what-
opposite direction.
Yeah, funny thing about. Sorry, go ahead.
Another thing we could do is try to get more of those keys and get more information.
More keys?
I don't know about those keys.
Yeah.
Well, why
I
why in the first place would she give us a key like that? Like,
I don't know.
is it a
you
warning
still
or
have-
like a? Because that's quite extreme.
It would have to be a warning.
Do you still have the
But
key?
she seems so joyful.
No, it turned into dust. I have the dust, but
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pyro will hand her the little satchel containing the platinum dust.
Maybe I can lick it.
Please
No.
don't.
Please don't.
Don't. Of all the
For
things
once,
to
don't
lick,
lick it.
of all the things to lick, I swear
Yeah.
to God, this is not the one.
That'll definitely hurt.
If you need something, like, do you want to try some vodka? That's something to.
I don't need vodka.
I feel like this will
I
end up
just-
being like the cinnamon challenge.
What's the cinnamon challenge?
Don't make that canon.
Don't teach Robin what the cinnamon challenge is, because otherwise she'll do it.
We're not gonna.
No.
We're not gonna.
Francie
make
just
that
does a
canon.
consenting motion on her lips and looks away.
What? Hey, what? Hey, tell me, what? Hey.
Can I do a check on the metal shavings and to see if it's magical, or if it's just weird?
Make a. Do you have a detect magic or anything like that?
Do I? That's a question. Let me see.
That's
Right
a
now?
question.
Right now, at this very moment, I don't. But will I eventually? Let's see. Let me look at my druid
I
spells.
don't think druids. They might. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they don't. I don't know, cause
I'm used to being a cleric. Give me a second.
Mood.
yeah.
There's dispel magic. They don't have detect magic. They have dispel magic.
I don't
If
care what it
we,
is.
If
You
we
don't care if
dispel
it's
the
there, you
magic,
get
it
rid
goes
of it.
away. Right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
We can dispel this future. Yep.
Oh wait, I had dispel magic prepared. Whoops.
Whoop, whoop. But make
So can I,
me. You can make an Arcana check, I suppose.
Okie dokie. It's a 16.
So, without a detect magic or anything like that, it just seems like a bunch of powdered stuff. I mean, you shift it this way and that, and you aren't able to necessarily look at it, but you judge by, like, the weight. You kind of bring it up to your ear to see if anything hums or does anything strange like that. Nothing happens.
Smell it. Sniff it.
It just smells a little bit like metal.
I mean, it's
I am-
science. You should lick it.
No.
Also, Pyra, did you take that 1 point of exhaustion?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
I think she is, just for good measure and just to see if it does anything, she is going to cast a spell magic on it.
Sure. It doesn't seem to take hold. As if there
It's
was
not
nothing
magic.
magical there.
It's not magic, it's just metal.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe whatever magic was in that kind of, petered out when
Yeah.
So here's a thought. Why don't you do your memory spell again and share it with not
yeah,
Ira,
I could
not
do
Ira,
that.
but everyone else.
No, show it to me.
Okay.
Are you sure? Because last time you got a memory of something pretty benign, you kind of seemed scared.
I'm in it. I should know.
Pyra will take the time to share the memory with Ira.
Ira is going to be like death gripping Robin's hand.
Ow, 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 ow.
Strangely, it is not as. It is definitely horrifying to do it because you were doing it through Pyra's set of memories. And it's very, very overwhelming, especially with such a high emotional state in this snapshot of a moment. You see your lightning, you see the sky tear apart. And it's not as bright as what had been shown to you before. It's much darker, much more brainy, so it isn't as overwhelming to the eyes, but it is still quite the vision to see, and it is a horrifying creature that looks quite feral in its anguish.
Can I try and discern any details that Pyra may have missed?
I'll have you roll a... Pyra, what is your perception?
Oh, not very good. It's probably like my perception is a -2. My passive perception is an 8.
You can roll perception, but you will be rolling with Pyra's perception.
Oh,
So the
dear.
-2.
-2?
Yes.
I'll just use one of my persuasion rolls. Nope, that's a 3.
You know, you're looking through somebody else's vision where their attention is elsewhere. Every time you try to focus the memory in a direction you want it to go, it's blurry. It's a smudge of light somewhere. You can't get yourself to focus or make the memory focus for you. It is because it's not your memory.
When it ends, she sort of like just shakes her head and then it's just. Pyra, you need to be more observant.
Thanks.
Hey, man, ease up a little bit.
That's quite harsh.
You know,
You fucked her up. Be a little nicer.
my twin used to tell me I had to be more observant.
I couldn't hear anything. It was weird.
You seem remarkably okay, Ira.
The woman was wearing like a fox mask. Does anybody know anything about that? Does that ring any bells on groups that wear fox masks or otherwise?
I just like lifts a hand to her mask and is like, sometimes people just wear masks.
I know, but
You guys
Maybe foxes?
So you guys don't necessarily need to roll in group format. None of you know anything about, or nothing rings a bell in your heads about any sort of group that would wear masks like that. I mean, there are people that would wear masks like that, but mostly for like festivals, you know, or maybe like a fancy masquerade. Maybe they just want to wear the mask. There's no like, there's a cult with masks that look like fox heads. Like,
yeah, I could hope.
You're unable to think of anything at the current time. Maybe with research or something. You're not sure.
Okay, so we have. She was wearing the fox mask. The whole shop that was keys. Everything was keys. Anybody know any like weird shit with like key symbology, or is this our first encounter with weird fucking key symbology?
Is there a check we can make or something?
I don't know, maybe it's symbolism for unlocking shit.
I mean, you guys can roll, let's see. What would I have you roll for that? You know, roll me history checks, y'all. Whoever wants to kind of figure out some certain things. Either history or like, yeah, I think history would probably be the best for this.
I got a 16, because I've got a +1 to history.
Oh, I got a 23. 18 plus 5.
I got a
Nice.
19. 19 plus 0.
Nice.
I got,
Well, I guess I could technically roll
16, 15 plus 1.
Nice. Technically can roll for... Oh, that's not good, Franzia. What is your history? Yeah. What is your history? Yeah, nothing. She rolled a 7. Franzia, no jack shit. Let's see. So, Mayor, I mean, nothing necessarily comes to mind, but what, Muggs and Pyra, what you guys heard Robin say about symbology kind of rings with you. Maybe unlocking a memory? You don't really know anything about. I mean, there's sometimes magical keys. I mean, there's wondrous items that can lock and unlock things. But not necessarily anything that you guys can recall about keys with memories.
Also, between waiting for the play to finish and getting the hotel room and the tavern room, and then just waiting. Have we been waiting for at least an hour, or
Oh yeah. Hmm.
is that long enough for a short rest then?
Of course.
Okay, then I'd like to use the thing to get one of my spells, their little spell slots back.
Sure.
Arcane
And-
recovery.
I do have to say though, during after Robin had like come up or whatever, about like 10 minutes after that, I don't know if you guys locked the door, but the orcish man or the half-orc man who had been playing Oscar walks up to the room and opens the door, realizes that it's the wrong room, and goes, "Oh, this isn't my room. Sorry," and closes the door.
Well, that's the
She's
start of
looking-
some fan fiction.
Robin just darts out after him.
I dart after Robin.
Muggs also darts after Robin.
Robin,
You,
I know also toss strikes for
what you notice, Robin, after after you kind of run up after him, he's definitely not in the same like stage presence as he was. He's like slouched forward and like kind of has like a dopey look to his face now. But he does have his bagpipes.
Okay.
And those rippling chest muscles, I'm
Oh
sure.
yes,
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
He's
Can we
got
just,
kind of like this his hair is kind of like this like mix of blonde and black hair, and it's kind of like pulled back in a what would you call it, like just a low ponytail basically, and he's got kind of like a little bit of facial hair.
just like yoink Robin and like, hey, bud.
Hey, Oscar, come bask with me tomorrow. That's what she yells
bud,
after
we're
him.
not gonna harass the
Sorry
performers
about
tonight.
her.
We can harass performers another night. This is not the night. Sorry, sir.
He
Bask with me tomorrow,
stops.
Sue.
He stops in the middle of his walking and he points at himself. He says, "Oh, I'm just Karg."
Hey, Clark, come bask with me tomorrow.
Robin, we're just gonna thank you, sir. Wonderful performance with bagpipes. Great. Let's.
See you tomorrow, Clark.
I'm glad you like my performance.
Goodbye.
No, your performance was terrible, but I want to bask.
Sorry, I walked in your room.
You're good, but let's sort of push Robin in, lock the door.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope you bask with us tomorrow.
Are we staying tomorrow?
I
Do we have
assume
to?
so.
I assumed that we'd be getting in and out of the
Please.
city for Ira's sake. So
Okay, for Ira. Alright, yeah, we do roll it to Ira.
we can skip the busking tomorrow and we'll busk some other time.
We can always find another group to travel with, or we can go on our own. I think we're a good group of travelers. I think we can handle ourselves.
We can handle ourselves so long as no motherfucking demon beast with opal horns and whatever the fuck shows up. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, they're having this conversation. Pyra's going to cast Sending again because she got a third level spell slot
Yeah.
back, and is going to cast Ascending to Roan
Oh.
and
Oh.
just say,
Oh.
uh,
I need to roll a percentile dice.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Planes of existence we're fucking with now, I see.
yeah.
Okay. You're good. Send your sending.
Okay, Pyrus sends, Roan, are you there? Were you real? What was that? That beast? You can reply to this message.
Okay. Let's see here. I need to do word counter.
Me too. Whenever I'm designing sendings, I've got word counter pulled up. I'm like 25 words. Let's punch this boy down. Let's trim it.
See, that's a smart way of doing it. I just fucking wing it, bro.
I have to write it out and then I recount it again and again and again.
I do it the Critical Role version where I just say things and then just try and keep track of my hands.
Yeah.
Robin's gonna go sit next to Ira. She's gonna sit next to her. Ira's having a bad day.
Yeah, also we have 2 rooms. We're just all in this one right now, but we do have 2 rooms. But yeah, just letting y'all know.
So what you get back is, interesting. So you saw the most tragic memory. How sad. Hopefully you get a better memory next time. I'm real. Sure.
Oh god.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
That's so fucking powerful to say. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm real. Sure.
Sure. Sure.
There's a reason I chose sure, and you'll find out. No, I'm kidding.
I'm freaking losing my shit over this.
And since it's almost 8 o'clock, I think we can end it there.
All right.
Fuck, okay.
I am making distinct note of I'm real. Sure.
I'm real. Yeah.